One of the major challenges facing the environmental dredging industry is the task of preventing the spread of contaminants from the contaminated cleanup area to clean adjacent and downstream locations. Recognizing the limitations of conventional technologies to prevent this from occurring, Seaway Environmental Technologies has developed mobile containment technology. Mobile containment technology provides a contained dredging area where dredging can occur without impact to the surrounding environment. The use of clamshell buckets and hydraulic auger and cutter head dredges for the removal of contaminated sediments from the bottom of contaminated waters disturbs and upsets the bottom sediments that they are designed to remove. The muddier the bottom sediments, the greater are the disturbances. Left unchecked, these sediments will migrate downstream, spreading contaminants to clean or less contaminated areas. Current containment technology makes use of silt curtains or fixed sheet piles to provide a barrier to prevent the spread of dispersed contamination. Silt curtains are fabric barriers that surround the area being excavated. While silt curtains are useful in temporarily containing contamination in calm waters, they cannot be maintained in the higher currents typically encountered in rivers and streams, where they act as sails and will move with the currents. Fixed sheet piles are sometimes used to create a pen in which dredging can occur. While they can be employed in areas with higher currents, they are rigid structures that cannot be readily moved. As a result, they tend to interfere with navigation, are susceptible to storm conditions, and usually entrap equipment inside the penned-in area for the duration of the project. Probably the most severe limitations of silt curtains and fixed sheet piles is that while they may provide temporary containment, the dispersed sediments they contain will readily move downstream after the silt curtains and fixed sheet piles are removed. Seaway's mobile containment system incorporates the mobility and flexibility of silt curtains to readily relocate and redeploy the system during cleanup, and the stability of fixed sheet piles to operate in river environments with currents. In addition, the Seaway mobile containment system provides for the collection of contained contaminants to prevent their escape after the containment barrier is removed. Seaway achieves these results by employing sectional barges that can be readily transported to a cleanup site. The sectional barges are lowered into the water and deployed in either a square or rectangular configuration to create a pre-designed containment area where dredging can occur. The barges can be arranged in any configuration to suit the needs of the site. When a nearshore deployment is required, the barges can be configured in a three-sided pattern to enclose the containment area, with the open side facing the shoreline. The barges are equipped with steel sheet piles that can be lowered to the bottom of the waterway to provide a vertical barrier to prevent the release of contaminants during dredging operations. Once the containment vessel is deployed, a crane and solids barge can begin the excavation in a contained and controlled environment. Dredging can safely occur under these conditions, preventing the release of contamination into surrounding locations. During conventional dredging operations, the destabilization of bottom sediments and the resettling of dispersed particulates will result in the formation of a fluffy layer of residual contamination on the bottom of the dredged waterway. This fluffy layer can prevent a cleanup operation from achieving target cleanup goals, and if left unchecked will eventually migrate from the dredge site after dredging is completed. While the mobile containment vessel prevents the spread of dispersed contaminants from the containment area, the dispersed sediments must be collected. If they are left behind, these sediments will be free to migrate after the containment vessel is removed. To remove contaminants from inside the contained area, Seaway employs a mobile water treatment vessel that is brought into position to remove fine particulate matter entrained in the water column, and to vacuum the bottom of the containment area with a cutterless vacuum head that skims up the residual contamination that settles to the bottom of the contained area. In some instances, to help seal off any residual contamination and to provide a clean sediment layer for bottom-dwelling organisms to recolonize the sediments after dredging, a fresh layer of capping material is introduced over the dredge site. This capping layer can be placed directly into the containment vessel to ensure that the capping material is being delivered to the proper location. Such capping is also useful when dredging excavator cuts are deep to prevent the collapse of sediments into the excavated hole after the barrier is removed. Containment vessels can be deployed at a cleanup site in either a single or multi-vessel operation. A single vessel operation involves the deployment of one containment vessel and one excavating crane. After the excavating crane completes the cleanup of one containment area, the containment vessel shifts to the next location and is redeployed to continue the cleanup. To simplify the deployment and redeployment of the sheets when the containment vessel is repositioned, Seaway has developed a specially designed framework to support the sheet piles and specially fabricated lifting angles and pins to simplify the task of raising and lowering the sheets and locking them in place. A multi-vessel operation involves the deployment of two or more containment vessels. In this operation, the excavating crane shifts from one containment area to the next. This results in higher sediment removal rates since the excavating crane is working more continuously than in a single vessel operation. Seaway's mobile containment system brings environmental dredging systems into the 21st century, providing precision and control not available with conventional technology. Seaway's mobile containment system provides a secure area to prevent the spread of contamination from a dredge location, allowing dredging to safely occur in the most contaminated of areas. The mobile containment system provides containment in debris fields where bottom debris can interfere with dredging equipment operations. Seaway's mobile containment system can operate in a wide range of environmental conditions and provides, through its use of mobile water treatment, the capability to remove residual contamination left behind at the site, resulting in the most effective cleanup of the site possible.